Hi, travelers. This is going to be your Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising video for February 2026. I have with me today the Radiant White deck, the Lavita Sibila for clarification should we need, and we'll wrap the reading up with the Psychic Oracle Tarot. Okay? Let me turn the camera around so we can get started. I have a lot of things to do today. So I'm making this a little bit at a time. Okay. I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. I will put another shuffle and rifle on the deck. The deck oh, 7 of Cups. Another rifle. Something you're I don't want to say confused about, but it's vexing you. That's the energy that I'm getting off the card. You're vexed by something. Maybe even a little confused. Let's cut the deck. Seven of Cups. You see it there? Can you see the card? I think I have too much light in the room. I never can get the lighting right. Let me lower one of the blinds. That's a little better. My cat is sitting in the window. That's why I'm not closing the other blind. I had to make him run off. Okay, so 7 of Cups. Next card, 4 of Cups. 4 of Wands. Let me see if I can. This is not working. I'm going to turn the light off. This thing never turns off when I want it to. Here we go. That's better. A little bit. Next card. The World. Next row, the Emperor, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Cups. That's weird. I have 2 4s, the Emperor and the 4 of Wands. Last row, the Page of Wands, the King of Swords. I think he came out in the previous 2 videos. The Wheel of Fortune. I think this has to do with your work or career, but also potentially some kind of a relationship, maybe romantic. Okay? I only have 1 cup, 2 cups. What is over the entire reading? The energy? The 6 of Pentacles. Let me take a look at the cards. right in the center we have the Two of Wands. And all twos represent choices, options, dualities, decisions, options. Whether you are actively opposed within yourself about something or someone is actively opposing you. You're at a crossroads. That's what twos represent. About something. And wands typically represent your career, but it also represents your passion, your focus, your desire, and your determination. I have 3 major arcana cards, which are your spiritual lessons. 2 cups, which speak to your emotional quotient, how you feel about a person, a situation, or thing. I have 3 wands. I just explained the wand to you. And I have a sword, which represents your thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communication. The pentacles over here, the energy card, or the whole reading, pentacles represent either finances or the doing of something. The cards are read past, present, future. Past, present, future with the interplay of the cards. At the top, remember I told you that I feel that you are vexed by something. And it could be at your work or where you work, about your work, your career. Because this guy, the Emperor, can sometimes represent a boss or a father-like figure. Someone who wields a lot of power and authority. Someone who has a lot of good advice. But if he is in his negative, he can be his way or the highway. So I feel that there's some confusion about this person. Because the 7 of Cups sits over the top of him. About something that he wants you to do. Something that he wants to move forward. Okay? This is the one. And it represents a message. So I feel that you have received some kind of message from this person. And it confused you. Across the top, 7, let me back up. 7s represent a spiritual number. They represent the energy of taking a pause before you step out. And this card represents sometimes building castles in the sky. Fantasies, illusions, delusions. But also says that if you can focus and concentrate on what's most important to you, you can figure out what's going on or what you need to do. See how the card has the 7 things in it? It has temptation, self-actualization, power and property, riches, peace. This is property. Riches, peace, and power. But there's a 7th thing that is over here at the top, veiled. And that represents the thing that you need to figure out what's wrong. Because, you may not need peace and power at the moment. You may need something else. So whittle down your choices and get to the heart of what's really important. The card says you can expect a surprise. It doesn't tell me a good surprise or a bad surprise, but expect a surprise. And you positively can do what you want to do and stop dreaming or having nightmares about it. Because he's in relief. See? It says he has too many choices to choose from. And you can whittle it down to what you really need. Here is the 4 of Wands. 4 are always energy of stable foundations. And the card talks about either in your work, doing what you love and love what you're doing. Maybe you are celebrating some kind of, promotion or raise or something like that. But also, this is what I call the shacking up card. It says that a relationship that you're in will go to a deeper level of commitment. Maybe even a marriage. And sometimes, marriages are not married like husband and wife. When you sign a contract and you go to work for somebody, it's like a marriage. You sign a contract. So this says celebrate whatever you have been doing, but also be on the lookout for possibly some kind of relationship deepening. Here we have the World card, the first of the major arcana. And I want to say this has to do with somehow the nodes changing, Aquarius and Leo, because we have them here. But the World card is also about a graduation of sorts. It says that you have come through many things in life. You are at the end of the cycle. And you should take all your skill, knowledge, and experience to heart when you're making decisions. And it says that you have grown a lot during this time period, and trust what your intuition is telling you. See how she is in a wreath? I'm talking about taking a pause before you step out. This says that you are protected at the time, but she's also in a waiting, in a holding pattern. Okay? And she's balanced. I explained to you about the Emperor. He is usually a fire sign male, mostly Aries, but can be any fire sign. So Leo and Sagittarius. He's ruled by Mars. So I think Mars has something to do with it. Mars is about your focus, your passion, your determination, your fight. I talked to you about the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is interesting because the figure is looking towards the past. Do I go back to the past and do the same old thing, want to do the same thing, or do I turn and take the one in the future? Okay? You have the world in your hands, but you know there's more to do. The Three of Cups, basically it's a three. Threes represent either three people and being involved in a situation. Also, that there may be some postponements and delays before future success can be realized. The Three of Cups simply represents to me a universal kind of celebration or gathering, like a birthday, a graduation, a bridal shower, something like that, a promotion. Everybody, when you see it, no matter where you are around the world, you know that what it means. You know, you don't have to be Indian to understand when you see Indian people out celebrating a birthday, right? So it's a universal gathering. Here we have the Page of Wands. This is a message. Pages are always messages to me. Knights are a message as well, but knights come to move a situation along. So this is about getting some kind of news about something that will either excite you, and make no mistake, being angry and mad is an excited emotion. So I don't know what this is about. So I say that it's a message that maybe will excite you, intrigue you, and give you an idea of what you should be doing. But here we have the King of Swords. And just by his stance on the card, it's like he's actively blocking this message. He doesn't want to hear it. See how the sword is raised against it? So this might be somebody that you're dealing with, an air sign male, typically an Aquarius, but can be any air sign, Gemini or a Libra. As a profession, he is usually someone who is involved with either police, fire department, a soldier. He can be a researcher, a writer, a chef, anywhere where sharp tools are needed to get the job done, or keen intellect. And he also has the energy of it's his way or no way. Okay? He can be very, very stubborn and detached and aloof. Unlike this guy, he can be very stubborn too, but he's not aloof. You can go to him and explain or try to explain what you want to do. But he's still going to tell you no if that's how he feels. That's it. Now we come to the Wheel of Fortune, the last major arcana card. So I look at this graduation of sorts, someone in power. I think that whoever the person is, represented by this emperor here, will dictate what's going to happen in the future. Okay? But you have this block. I think this is a block. So the World card also has the four nodes, Taurus and Scorpio, and Aquarius and Leo. So this could be about the changing of the nodes. But the Wheel of Fortune is about the ups and downs of life, the ebb and flow. When you're at the top, you have nowhere to go but the bottom. And when you're at the bottom, you have to go nowhere to go but the top, back up. Right? So the key to working with the Wheel of Fortune is to affix yourself in the center of the wheel. That way you won't be thrown out by changes in life. Okay? I know that's easier said than done. So what it says is this is going to be a major change in your life. And it's 10. So 10s always represent changes. And this is a big life change. Over here, the Six of Pentacles, it's a card about sharing, philanthropy. Like sometimes the Emperor can be a philanthropist. But it's also about giving and taking. You may receive a small sum of money. You may be able to help somebody in your family. Somebody may be able to help you financially. But the card also has a warning. To be careful with how you give and take. See how one person is getting everything and another person is receiving nothing? Okay? So you have to be careful about how you give and take. Do you have enough energy to give what is required of you? Or are you taking more energy than what's needed? Or someone is taking more energy than what's needed? So I'm going to pull, I have one question. It's about the King of Swords. So I'm going to pull before I do that, I want to look at, are there any more messages that I can get out of the spread? And the only card I can't look at is the King of Swords. So I can look at the Seven of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups. I can't look at him either, a court card. I can only look at these four cards as it relate to the World, the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. So let's start with the Seven of Cups and see if it can tell me anything. Seven of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. It's telling you to seek out the right advice before making important decisions and moving ahead with your plans. That's what I was saying. I feel this guy is very important to what is going to happen. This could be like a father or a father figure or someone that you highly respect. The Emperor usually has a lot of businesses, or he has a lot of, I don't want to say property, but he owns a lot of things because he's been smart and strategic about what he does. It says, there may be some aspects that you have missed, and with the right guidance and advice, you will prosper and in your endeavor. Next to the Wheel of Fortune, you are asked to seek the right advice before moving ahead. The Four of Wands. With the World card, invokes a very powerful vibration. It tells of the possibility and opportunity to become involved in an important large-scale operation, organization, or project. I keep saying that. It's like I feel that something is going to happen, and this person is going to make all the difference in the world. The Two of Wands. With the Emperor is a message that opportunities are abound and opportunity is imminent. So establish yourself and set the ideas in motion. The time is fruitful, so make the most of it. And the Three of Cups. Tells me nothing. So let's look at the King of Swords, because I honestly feel like he is perhaps a stumbling block for you in this situation. You're at a crossroads. I see you're confused or vexed about it, and you have to make the decision whether to go backward or forward. And whatever decision you make, it's going to change your life. So choose wisely. That's another thing about the Seven of Cups. You have so many choices. You want to choose wisely. Here we go. Giovani Fanciulla. This card is about, basically it just means a young woman, but in terms of what she really means emotionally, it means that this is someone who makes not bad decisions, but is sort of fickle in her emotions and her decisions. It could be that you are blocking yourself from whatever blessings are going to come to you because you are attached to this person. Okay? Denari. And this says everything. It's about money. And what do most couples argue or divorce over? It's about money. But the Denari is safe. So it represents all things that you want to keep secret or locked away. It's a cup card. So we say that money is close to the heart. Finances, or making a living, or doing what you love. Last card. The conversation. This card is about having a conversation with someone. It speaks about maybe going to meetings, people, like a cafe or something like that, and having conversation or negotiations. Okay? It's a positive card. These cards are positive in the respect that they offer a window into what you may do. You can, like, don't be so emotional about whatever. I know it talks about your career, your money, your finances, and there is a window of opportunity for you to have discussions about whatever is going on. So that's what I have for you. And choose wisely. I'm going to pull a Psychic Oracle Tarot card. And we'll see what he has to say. Rest and rejuvenate. That's a Four of Wands. This card implies that a period of rest, meditation, rejuvenation, and recuperation is in order. It usually comes forward when you're encountering or coming out of a particularly emotional or mentally taxing experience. The number 4 in numerology means foundation. So this is a time to heal, to be with your soul, and to continue moving steadily forward. Allowing space for your reflection is both needed and long overdue. Reposing and taking moments for yourself will give you the opportunity to look at a problem or situation instead of being in it. Let me repeat that. Reposing and taking moments for yourself will give you the opportunity to look at a problem or situation instead of being in it. It's a chance to stand back and view your life with clarity and renewed appreciation and see where changes can be made to create a healthier and stronger foundation, enabling you to take the next step. So that's what I have for you, Gemini, for February 2026. And good luck. Bye.